All right, good morning, everybody. Got a couple tickers here. List is actually pretty huge, but I don't think we're going to be looking at all of it today. So we've got NVIV here. It was looking pretty good. Early on, it went from about $4.80 to a high of $11. So we got about 100% gains there, just over, maybe 1,200%. Not 1,200%, like 700%, 600% from 400 or from $4. You know what I mean. It's looking pretty good. Long consolidation here. We're a little bit below this 200 EMA, which is going to be a little bit of a problem if we can't break back above it, but we'll have to see if the market opens up strong. We've got NNVC here also kind of doing the exact same thing. We've had a good run up from about 250 all the way up to a high there of 430. Kind of sitting somewhere in between right now. It is still above that 200 and below the VWAP, so not a terrible place to be. It's looking okay. We have staff here going from a low of 350 all the way up to about 480. Currently sitting below the 200, so hopefully that one picks back up a little bit too. We have SOPA that's sitting up pretty high here on open. Looks like it might head up higher, so we're probably going to want to jump in on this before it starts to actually run. We'll go SOPA. Probably like 275 if we can. We're going to go We're gonna aim for $3, I think, and then it's just a 267 stop. We'll give it about 9 cents. So we're gonna see where we get in, but that's where our stop would be at 270. GRNA's heading down currently. XCurve's heading down. NVIV's not looking too great. NNVIC or NNVC here is also down to that 200 EMA. This looks like a perfect opportunity to buy into NNVC, so we want to do that as well. NNVC, we're going to go for a 340 entry. We're going to go for a 380 PT, and then a 330 stop loss. So if it comes back down at all, we're going to cut it. That puts us below that final support line, which is definitely good. That's where we want that. Now we're just going to wait for that recovery. SOPA down pretty big here, down to 259. I think that's where I'm going to get my entry on this. Was trying to catch about 270, but by the time I got back to it, much lower. So that's what we're going to go with. All right, NNVC. Looking pretty good on NNVC. We're hitting 350 here, 355 at the high. So let's see where this takes us. We're at 355 currently. I think I'm going to take a little bit in profits on this. Taking some profits on NNVC. Just because at 355 we're up almost 15 cents on this. So that's not bad for taking first profits. SOPA hits a high there of 285, looking very good. I want to take some profits there. Taking some profits. SOPA 285. Definitely secured a little bit there. I do think this could run up even higher. I'm just going to give it the chance to do so. NNVC is still not really going up much higher. Staff is heading down. We have NVIV here also breaking back below that 200 EMA, so not something necessarily great. GRNA with a nice textbook curl up here. I think we're going to take advantage of this, see if we can turn into something. GRNA, we're going to get in around 5, maybe 580. We're going to go for 650 on this, and then a 5. Let's give it a 565 stop. So we're going to give it a fairly tight stop. If we get in 575, 570 here, hang on, we'll just see. Okay, 563. We're gonna go for that. GRNA. Okay. All right, so I entered 553. At 553, we could probably put a stop loss at 5. We'll give it 533. We'll see if we drop through that. That was a hard one to catch. Hey, look at that, to 290. Way to go, man. Done for the day, just like that, 7%. That's a smart thing to do, though. That's something that's very hard for a lot of people to do, is to just quit once they're up. SOPA still looking good. NVVC or NNVC here looking all right. We did hit that 360 marker right around that 360 mark twice. So if you didn't take any profits, it'd be sweating a little bit. So put back to 280. We're still kind of struggling here on GRNA. It's not looking too great. No, okay, we're gonna stop out on that. We'll leave that alone for a little bit, see if that curls up properly. Besides that, we've got Yell popping up we could take a look at. What's not really moving? Staff here doesn't really have any volume, so we're going to replace that. Yell does have no volume in the pre-market. However, on open, it went from $6 to just over $7, about a whole dollar here. I think it's a little high, but I think this could have potential, so I'm going to leave that open for now. Besides that, we have Sin we could take a look at, SYN. That one's looking okay too. We have some volatility here, $1.70 to $1.88. So we definitely have volatility. Want to hold on to this for a second. We'll see what that has in store. SOPA at 288 here. We're hitting that almost $3 on SOPA so far. That is our PT at $3, but at 295 you can definitely think about taking some more profit. Definitely good to secure some more. And we'll leave some for past $3 here. Yale's still sitting up really high. Sitting right on the 200 EMA. Not really seeing the price move around that much, and we have a decent size spread, like between 4 and 10 cents. So I'm not quite sure I want to touch something like that. GRNA looks like it might still bounce here. Kind of hard to see for sure if that's what's going to happen. What else we got going on here? SOPA down a little bit. NNVC bouncing nicely here. We could take another 340 entry to get that full position size again. So let's go NNVC 340 again. We're gonna try for 360, and then 360. Yeah, we'll try for 360 and then a 330 stop. So hopefully we can get that full entry. NNVC. We'll see if we can scrape up some more money here as we go up. Originally, we were hoping for 380 on it. I still think it's a strong possibility that we hit that today, but I'd like to keep scalping it if it keeps bouncing off that 200 EMA. That's for sure. All right, so we did hit a high there, 296 twice. Hopefully, you took some extra profits. It looks like it might be topping out here at that number. Once you've hit that a few times, you probably see a rejection, or you'll probably see a rejection. So I would definitely not be holding your full amount this far in. So if you're still holding, definitely consider taking some profits at that 296. All right, we hit 298 there. So we did break through a little bit. Looks like a pretty fast rejection, but we might actually hit that $3 mark. And if we hit $3, that's a psychological barrier, so it might hold, and we could see higher. Okay, so we hit $3. That's PT. That's the first thing we wanted to see. Now let's see it break through. That's SOPA. Let's see it break through. NNVC is heading back down. NVIV is bouncing, but not quite ready yet. XCur, also nice green candle there from 240 all the way to almost 270. You know what? That's a lot of momentum behind that. I think I want to try one of these as well. Let's go XCur. I would like to get lower 350s, maybe 345-ish. We're going to aim for 380 at least, and then a 335 stop. So we're going to give it 10 cents. Which brings us a little bit below the low here. But if you can get just a stop loss anywhere below this low, that would be preferable. Doesn't have to be a crazy amount of room, but you want to make sure that you leave it room to break into a new low first. Okay. NNVC falls through, not what we were expecting. This is where we're going to get our full entry. Let's hope it holds. I'm not going to move that stop down any further, though. Let's see if it can hold. So put back at 288. GRNA continues to drop. XCur back up a little bit, so maybe you took an entry at 250 there. Sin headed down. All right, and then BC, let's see you move back up. All right, way to go, man. For XCur, you were right. I should have typed twos and I typed threes. So it'd be the $2 range, not the $3 range. I meant the $2 range, not 3 on XCur. I don't know why I do that so often. It's like at least a couple times a day, like once or twice a day. I'll make that mistake and I'll type in like an extra dollar or a dollar less. I'm not even sure if I mean to do that. I don't know if it's just me clicking the wrong number on the keyboard when I'm not looking, or if I consciously just decided it's a dollar more or less than it actually is. XCur is looking pretty good at 260. NNVC does look like it wants to move back up. However, we are seeing a very big lack of commitment with that price action, so that's kind of a problem. We have SOPA back down after hitting $3, probably down to VWAP here, which is preferable. That's where we would like to take another entry on SOPA. So let's go ahead and get in at 266 on SOPA. We're going to ride that up to $3 again, and then a 260. Yeah, we'll give it 260 as a stop. Gives us a little bit of room. Let's see a nice bounce on SOPA here and make us some more money. Okay. NNVC still struggling on that support line, and we do have XCur here at 262. So I'm actually going to start to take profit. Starting to take profit. XCur at 262-ish. 260, yeah, 262-ish. Something like that. Okay. SOPA with a decent recovery so far. NNVC still struggling. I think we're still okay for now, unless we see a knife. It's not looking fantastic, though. I would have liked to have seen it break above already. NNVC with a nice recovery above that 200. Still looking fairly strong. Lots of volume still in play. I think this one could be a good stock as well. It's in the $8 range, which isn't super preferable, but the volatility and the range there is pretty decent. So I think we could likely see some decent gains out of this. Let's see what SOPA does here if it starts to break down from that VWAP line. I'm not sure it will, but that MACD did just go negative, so this could be a sign that we're about to drop. Might see a retracement. Definitely a struggle between buyers and sellers right now. All right, we're curling. That's definitely good news. That's a reversal candle, so that's good. Let's hope that continues going that way. XCur hits up to 282 there, which is where we said we were going to take profit. It is on its way back down a little bit. I think this is just a small term correction. I don't think we're going to hit much lower than this. We are sitting in a fairly supported area. However, the bottom of that supported area would probably be 233. So I think there's a decent range here for a fall. We'll have to see. SOPA does break through that VWAP line, unfortunately, but it does hit a support line, and it looks like so far it's holding, so we'll have to see. Other than that, NNVC's up quite a bit here off that support line, all the way to the 256 area. I'm going to start to take some profit here. Don't want to let that escape us. Taking profit on NNVC, 256-ish. Again, you know, pretty good profits here. 259, I'll take it. 270. Holy moly. Sorry, 370. Man, I'm doing it again. Must not have slept enough or something. Anyways, 370 is pretty big. That's actually a lot past PT. So PT and NBC. Yeah, that was pretty good profit. I'm going to take a little bit more on that other one that we had as well. yeah, I'm going to take some more profit on the first trade that we took on it. I'm going to close that out, 375. Looking pretty good. We're still have a runner in the other one. I don't know if we're going to get higher though, so it's only a really small runner on NNVC at this point. Hopefully we see higher. That would be nice. I think we just saw 380 there. Yeah, I don't know how much higher it'll go, but fingers crossed it goes higher. We did hit our stop on SOPA. That one did actually stop me out, unfortunately, because this does actually look like it's going to recover. However, I think that it might be okay. I think we might come back from this. We just hit almost 390 on NNVC here. Staff's pumping as well. Let's take a look at staff. Yeah, staff does look like it's getting some momentum. NNVC's got lots of momentum. Yeah, NVIV did halt up, which is, I don't know, I feel like that's a weird halt. Out of all the things that could halt, this one does. Like, NNVC didn't halt, and it just went from 335 to, like, almost 380 there. It's crazy. Weird stuff. SOPA does look like it wants to return from the dead here, so I think we're going to give it the opportunity. We are going to say we stopped out SOPA, but then we're going to jump back in on it as well around that 260 area. We're going to go for about 290 at the minimum, I think. And then we'll give it a 255 stop. So we're going to give it 5 cents from that. So 255 is not that far down, but it should give us sufficient room. We're just waiting. Basically, at this time, we're just waiting it out until we see that nice pop up. If you have, if you get a little higher than 260, you can always move that stop up a couple cents. I definitely wouldn't put it back to that level we were at before, because obviously we got wicked on a couple times. We could still get wicked on down here. It's just a lot less likely. NNVC down a little bit after hitting 388. Hopefully you secured at least a decent amount of your profits at these levels, because that was a pretty crazy move. Xcur down quite a bit, back down to that 240 area, which I believe was about our entry. 250 was about our entry, I think. What was our entry on Xcur? 245 was the preferred entry anyway. It is back up to that 250 area. SOPA does look like it should bounce here. NNVC is probably not going to bounce off this VWAP. I feel like that VWAP is just way too high compared to the where the stock just ran. I think it is going to break down from there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. NVIV still halted. GRNA is not really doing much at all yet. Xcur's up a little bit. Staff is looking like it's lost a lot of its momentum and value, and it's just kind of sitting there now. Definitely not something you want to see as 3 candles with no body on them. It's just nothing going on there. SOPA still struggling. NVC might actually bounce off VWAP, but I can't see the profit margin being great enough from VWAP anyway, so I think I'm going to wait it out. I'd rather wait to see some momentum build up and it start to actually run before I jump back in, rather than trust getting it on this VWAP at this point. GRNA. Yeah, GRNA could be a potential bounce. We'll have to take a look at the low here. Okay, the low is much further down. However, we are pretty well in support area from the aftermarket yesterday. I mean, we could try. I don't know. There's something that I just don't really like about this. It's about a major downtrend today, so I think I'm going to leave it be for a while. We'll see if there's an opportunity a little bit later on, maybe on it. Staff really not doing anything. Xcur not doing much. SOPA still struggling. Did break down. See, we would have gotten wicked on if we put our stop at that level again. It could still be heading down. I think it's pretty overextended downwards here on SOPA, so I think it is going to probably move back up. Well, at least we can hope. NNVC with a really nasty drop, and this is where we want to start looking at getting back in. NNVC. Let's just wait for something that looks like a bottom here, maybe 325. We're going to aim for 350 with a 3. I'm just throwing numbers out for right now, but we'll see where this ends up. We're going to give it about 10 cents room. So if we're at 325, we're going to go for 315 as a stop. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. I would like to get it a little bit lower if we can. Obviously, we need to wait for that opportune moment. You wait too long and you miss out on the good entry. You don't wait long enough and you risk getting stopped out pretty quick. But our stop's going to be 315 on this. For right now, anyway. Bouncing all around here. On the grander scale of things, we could fall down really hard. However, I think there's going to be quite a bit of bag holders pushing this back up, so we're going to try the recovery play on it. That's 325 right there. We might get a little better than 325. 322. Let's see if it breaks into a new low here. Okay, we're breaking into a new low. We could see this drop. Yeah, there we go. We could see it drop a little bit further. So we're at currently 318. There we go. 317, something like that. 312. I think we're getting close to the jump in point. Yeah, let's try for maybe 315. We'll see where this goes. If we're going for 315, our stop is going to be 305. This is where we're going to take our stand. That's where we're going to sit. You could have gotten lower. You could have gotten about 312 or whatever if you really timed it right, but 315 seems like a pretty average number, so we'll go with that and see where this takes us. SOPA stopped us out. Oh, that is a shame. All right, we'll take our stop on SOPA. SOPA. NNVC is looking pretty decent here, all the way up to 324 already. If we had 325, that's 10 cents profit. I'm okay with taking that. Got in low on NNVC 315, 305 stop, and taking profit 325 to start. All right, cool. 326 it is. Now we're just going to hope this continues going up. SOPA, you do this to me, and I'm not going to like it, because you keep dropping just a little bit to stop us out, and you keep looking like you want to go back up. Not enjoying it. GRNA, yeah, nothing really great there. We've got XCur still sitting around entry. Staff dropped a little bit. The spread on this stock is pretty atrocious sometimes. NNVC, decent recovery so far, up to 328. And then NVIV unhalted. I think I want to jump into NVIV. I'm going to do it quickly here. 830. We're going to go for $9. And then $8 stop. So we're going to give it 30 cents. Let's see where this takes us. I typed that in right? 839, 8. Yeah. Okay. This could be a pretty quick stop out. We did just come out of a halt, but I'd like to take the risk. NVIV. And that was got a decent entry there, so let's see where this goes. NVIV or NNVC, sorry, not looking too great. But we did take some profits on it, so I'm not entirely worried about it now. At least we got some profits on it. SOPA still looking half decent. I still think this is going to be a winner today. Just have to pick the right time to jump in on it. NVIC or NVIV. Wow, this one's going to be hard between these two tickers. Not looking too bad. I mean, it's consolidating a little bit longer than I would have liked, even though it's less than 2 minutes, but we'll see what this third candle has in store. We could take some profits around that 850 mark if we want to, or 860, something like that. Just secure like 30 cents profit. That secures where our stop would be anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Securing some profit, NVIV 860. Where we can get around that. Just to secure that if we do run into that stop, it's not going to be super painful. 870 it is. All right, let's see where that goes now. I'm less worried about watching it. 326 on NNVC here. We did hit a high of 329. SOPA still looks like it's going to come back. We got a little bit lower volume, but it's looking half decent. Ah, man. Last time, if we stop out on SOPA again, I'm not doing it again. So we're going to go for a 255 entry. We're going to go for a 270 PT. Pretty close, actually. And then a 250 stop. Try this again. 250. We're just below that low, so if we create another low, we're going to be in some trouble. So let's just avoid that. NVIV at 870 here, and NVC looking pretty good, hitting that 336. Definitely a good place to take some profits. Obviously, we're just securing little bits on the way up just to make sure that we are on a decent recovery. It looks like a decent recovery. We have a textbook curl up here happening with MACD and the price action. Volumes looking healthy, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the healthiest, but you know what? It's decent for right now. Staff jumped up to 420. The spread's not bad anymore. The volume's definitely picked up. There's lots of liquidity at this point. I think it's too high to jump in though, so I think I'm going to leave it. NVIV at $9. We hit as high as $9.25, so we are PT on NVIV and past it, taking some profits here, 940-ish. We do have resistance at 940. We would have to break through that resistance in order to keep going, so not quite sure if that'll happen, but I'm quite happy that we actually hit the $9 mark and we're hitting our area that we want to take some more profits at 940. And then we're gonna have a little bit left over to see if this can run back up to high of day, but we'll see. We'll see if it can. I'm not convinced it's gonna go up a whole nother dollar, but who knows? What's my entry on NVIV? 822. Did NVIV halt? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. SOPA definitely going for it. We finally did it, guys. We finally made the money. We knew it was gonna come up. We knew it was gonna curl up really nicely, and it did. We got all the way up to 274. That is, in fact, past where we wanted to for PT. So that is PT on SOPA, and we're obviously going to be taking some profits there. We can leave a runner. That's definitely not a problem. Well, it might be a problem given this knife, but you never know. You could see some actual profits here. Nasty drop, but I do think this is still going to recover, so I'm okay with it. You didn't like the hovering price? Yeah, I know. It was really just teetering there. So this on Halt could be really bad, could be really good. Who knows? Only got a little bit left in it anyway, so I'm not like super worried about it. Obviously, I'd like if it went up though. Staff at 430. It's just continuing to go up. If it drops down to VWAP, we'll try it. We'll take a play. It'll go up because you're out. I do that all the time. I think it's just hovering, so I try to sell and it's not going through. I'm like, oh, it's halted. Got it. NVC looking to fall through a little bit here after hitting 335. We still have a decent chunk left in there, so I mean, I would rather not hit the stop, but we are down pretty low here, so you never know. What will we take another play on? That is the question. I'm looking at staff. I think that we might have to just jump in on staff because it's just making high after high, but I think we need to be a little bit smart about this. I think maybe like 425 area. Staff 425. Maybe just a 450 if we can. And then we'll just give it a 415 stop. So 415 gives it a little bit of room. I mean, it's still a pretty tight stop. We could go up a little higher if we wanted to. It deserves more than 10 cents for the price range. However, I do think this is a risky entry, and I wouldn't like to risk a full 3% on it. So I'm okay with waiting for a decent entry, giving it 10 cents, and seeing where it can go. Just about there, 426. Not a bad place to jump in around that support line. Oh no, what did I do? There we go, fixed it. All right, we are going to see what this has in store for us. 422, they're going to jump in here. Oh, I got in lower than I thought. Oh yeah, we're dropping. Okay, so 417, if we're going to give it 10 cents, that's 407. Not bad. That's a decent place for a stop. I'm better. I like that better anyway. I don't really like this drop, but I do like where that stop ended up. So that's okay with me. I'll take that. I was looking at APDN this morning and I was like, yeah, it's got like okay volume, but I think APDN's kind of done. QR tab went parabolic. Let's take a look. More parabolic than HKD. Oops, QR tab. Yeah, that went. That did go. That did go. That's for sure. Staff back down here, 417 where we got in. Let's see if it can hold. If not, we'll likely see it down at this VWAP. And in VC looks like it might turn back up here. SOPA's still struggling, but I still have some faith in SOPA that it will move back up. Staff at 420, 417. XCur, it hits the stop if you're still in it, or we're still in it. Not even sure why we have yellow open still. That took a nasty drop and hasn't really done anything since. NVIV's unhalted. We're up a little bit more. We saw 1040 out of it. Never mind. That is quite a bit higher. Yeah, definitely take some more profits on it if you're still in it. Take some more profits on NVIV 1040-ish. We're gonna see how much higher we can get this. That jumped up like a whole dollar from where I took profits the last time. All right, 1080. Let's go. I was really hoping for a little bit more. I have a little bit left. I don't really want to cut it till we hit at least $11. No, I'm not going to be on tomorrow, and I'm not going to be on Monday. I'm going away for the weekend, turning it into a long weekend. I probably won't have service either unless I'm climbing up the side of a mountain or something, so I probably won't even be able to respond to DMs or anything, which kind of sucks. Come on, NVIV. NVIV at 1090. Just hits that $11, 11.25. We're going pretty nuts here. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Try not to burn the place down before I get back. Ah, like I want to take profits. I think I might take some profits, but I'm literally getting down to just like a few shares at this point, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Like I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take some more. Got like 20 shares left. Oh yeah, staff did just go up. Nice. Okay, cool. 437. Good call. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I was so busy with the unhalt at 4 or 1125. Oh, I didn't take it. Ah, man, I got distracted on both fronts. I missed staff, so then I looked at staff, and then I missed my opportunity to take profits on NVIV there. Yeah, staff at 435. That's not bad. That's a decent place. You could take some profits there if you want. About 10 cents, 15 cents, something like that. Actually, at 435, that's like 20 cents. So, yeah, definitely a good place to take profits if you got in where I got in. Taking some profits on staff around 435. 440 it is. Right. Come on. Right. Ah. Come on. Give me 440. Just 1 cent. There we go. All right. 2 cents. 5 cents. 6 cents. 7 cents. All right. Taking it. Hey, 450. Just like that. And that is PT on staff. Probably even get a little bit more out of it. That was quick. That was like grinding for that 1 cent. APDN's popping. Let's take a look. APDN definitely just went and halted up again, 377 to 420. What is with this stock? It's got like literally no price action and then just giant green candle. It's got to be a whale trying to entice people to buy in. It's going to be a bull trap. SOPA down to stop, so we're stopping out the remainder. NVC has yet to really move up, but it hasn't moved down either, so hard to say if we should cut that runner. NVIV is currently halted. We would have liked to take some more profits there, but got distracted. Staff looking good. We just broke that 450 mark. All right, what else we got going on? Man, I took Expo Jesse's call yesterday on ES. That was a like a clean banger. There was just no miscommunication with that. It literally hit the entry and just continued on its way up, like basically for hours. I cut it early. I think I cut it when he hit a 10 bagger, but he actually doubled it from there. I took a couple more little scalps off it, but yeah, that was a good one. It's like, oh man, this is a lot easier than actually doing the work myself. Now I get why people who don't really know what they're doing when they're trading or like are new to it, that's why they follow analysts because it's like, oh, you know what you're doing, so I'm just gonna follow what you do because it makes my life easier. It was nice. And NVC looks like it's dropping a little bit here. Staffed all the way down. $425 on staff. I'm actually surprised we had 450 so quickly. Oh, definitely. I think that's like the main point too, is like, yeah, you want to earn money in the short term, so you take the analyst place and stuff, but it also helps you kind of figure out like what it is they're looking for, and how they trade, and then you can go from there and kind of teach yourself or look for a teacher. Because there's so many different kinds of trading, you have to find one that fits your personality. So like, yeah, you know what, options shows big gains, but there's also really big and really fast losses as well. So maybe if you're like an extreme gambler, that would be the way to go. Or if you like, swing trading for whatever reason people swing trade for, I honestly can't fathom it, especially in a market like this. Um, really depends on your risk and how much time you have to sit in front of the computer. Like if you don't have a lot of time, investing is probably the best bet. But yeah, lots of different kinds of trading, lots of different markets you can trade on. So it's best to like dip into each one and see which ones you like the best. I've pretty much always been more into day trading than anything else. Futures is kind of fun. Kind of like futures. I need to learn a little bit more about them though. NVIV's unhalted. We're up pretty good here. almost at $12. So I'm going to take that little bit out. We have a little bit left in it still, and I'm kind of okay with cutting it whenever because we are up like a crazy, crazy amount. Actually, like a super crazy amount. The Discord's been open. See, my partner says a year and a half, but I'm thinking it's been 2 years. We're at 1270. Hang on, let me see. Taking more profits on NVIV here near $13. It's actually crazy. Let me just see what we're at for P&L on this trade. We got in, when did we get in on this trade? It was 822. And we hit, let's just say $13. That's 58% on this already, so that's pretty good. 375. Okay. All right, taking that profit. 1375, sorry. I got excited and I forgot what numbers were. Looking good. Wow. All right. Yeah, can I hold the whole way? I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm out. I got everything out now, and I'm gonna really regret it if it goes up higher, but that was nuts. Okay. You need me to day trade all day? Well, when we hit a bull market, it'll be a bit better. I'll be on 2 hours a day. I don't know if I'll be on YouTube 2 hours a day. I might just do 1 hour on YouTube and 1 hour just on the Discord. But yeah, usually in a bull market, I'll trade for 2 hours. Sometimes I like if the day's just really good in a bull market, I'll trade all day long, but it's very, very rare that that actually happens. APDN on halts looks like it's pretty high. We could see this go up a little higher. I think we made enough that we can actually, yeah, and NVC's finally moving back up to 335. We could try an APDN play. I think it's pretty risky, but you know what? We're up quite a bit today, so we can accept a little bit extra risk. 440, we're going to go for 480 with a 4. I really don't want to give it too much room, so 430 stop loss. We'll give it 10 cents. That could be a mistake. We could potentially be missing out because we should have a bigger stop, but we'll see. SOPA continues its drop. We have NNVC up pretty high here, hitting that 340 area. Not too bad. We could take some more profits here. I think we took profits last time on NNVC at 335, so we'll see about that. Maybe when I'm more comfortable to live day trading or futures trading as well. See, this looks like a consolidation. This looks like it's definitely going to go back up. I mean, this candle, reversal, and this candle's looking a little bearish, but I don't know. I got a feeling this could jump up higher. I'm not going to jump in because I feel like that would be absolutely nuts at this point, but... And I'd be going against basically what the price action is telling me, which also is not really intuitive. Oh man, so glad I listen to myself sometimes. Or don't listen to myself. Whichever way that goes. Your superpowers never being able to get into these plays. It's hard because it's all a numbers game, right? Pareto's principle, 80% of your gains are going to come from 20% of your trades. So that's why it's kind of always good to like take as many opportunities as you can, which is why our win rate's only like usually between 65 and 70% because we're not always going to win. We're looking at the opportunities and saying, okay, I can manage a little bit of risk here in hopes that we make some good money off of it. Like that NVIV play is almost 70%. You paper handed $9. Well, I mean, you still made some money, but you definitely could have made a lot more money. Definitely. You'll get better at that though. Exactly. Green is good. way too early. It's hard. It takes a long time, and even I find that that's why I had to switch. Like I used to do full in and full out, right? I'd buy in with the full amount, and the second I hit PT, I'd be full out. Um, but with the market being so crappy like it has been, I've had to find ways to adjust the way I'm trading to make it so that I'm not letting the fear control where I take profits and how much profit I could potentially make off something. So a lot of times I'll just take like partial profits now and then be like, okay, is it still looking good? And keep reassessing to see where I need to take the rest out. Something like NVIV, obviously it's got a lot of momentum behind it. It wasn't showing like any signs of weakness past that first halt, so we kind of let it go. By the time it hit like $12 and then we hit $13, I was starting to get a little sweaty. It's too high. It had to come down, so I had to take most of it out. BRSH, we can take that. Take a look at it. 370. Yeah, that's actually a really nice run up going from 260 to 370 or 380 there. 385. Definitely have to wait for a pullback on this. You're in at 415, or it's going to 4. Sorry, yeah, it's going to 415. Think. Yeah, it definitely could. Yeah, it's really going for it. That's for sure. APDN's down. Yeah, it is down. Yeah. So we're stopping out on that one. Which was there was a good chance that we were going to stop out on APDN. I had to take the chance though. That's why we had a very tight stop on APDN. Didn't want to leave too much opportunity for a mistake. We might be able to jump back in. You could probably see a play happening off of this VWAP, but with the momentum not really being there anymore, I'm not really entirely sure I want to jump in on it. It's a very far goal. Let's hope you hit it. Staff still struggling, but you know what? We're seeing some small gains on it. XCur on its way back up a little bit. NNVC, we did hit 340, back down a little bit. NNV or NVIV here halted down. We'll likely see us drop more on open, but we will see. Anything new popping up on the scan alerts? Not really seeing too much. Mostly SOPA, APDN a little bit, NVIV, APDN, AWX halts. Let's take a look at AWX. Do we have anything we're not really playing? Okay, that looks like crap. We're not going to bother with AWX. We've got QR tab halting. Yeah, we already looked at that. I don't know. We could look at QR tab again. Uh-oh. Puppy nightmares. QR tab looks like it's probably going to fall here. Right at that zero line on MACD. Let's see. Let's see if it holds and bounces or if it falls from that zero line. Looks like it's falling. All right, we've got NNVC not looking too bad. NVIV still halted. Staff up very high. We are making a killing off staff right now, so let's go ahead and take some more profits on that. Taking some more profits on staff. I can't even type this fast enough to, yeah. Okay, good. We're not halted. 490-ish. It's like starting to get a sense of panic there as it's jumping up and getting close to what should be a halt. I'm still typing to try and get some profits out. Crazy, crazy move. Look at that candle. That candle just went from 430 basically to 490 in less than a minute. Oh, take the profits on staff. Yeah, that's what happens when you get me to panic. My brain goes to like the closest normal word. NVIV's unhalted and unhalted up. That is strange. That is very strange. I think we jump back in on it then. NVIV, we're gonna go for 12.50-ish. We're gonna go for $15 and then a 12. Just give it 50 cents. Go for 12. It's still really tight. Like the volatility on this is so big that 50 cents feels like literally nothing at this point. We're gonna be putting our stuff probably about there. We're gonna see where we end up on this though before we do that, because we need to first assess getting into NVIV. What's the proper levels here? Looks like 12.50 is gonna be about as good as we get. $13 already. See, look at that, 50 cents, just like that, gone. Like it can do that the other way too, but we can't really afford to give this a huge stop loss. Like maybe you could give it 60, maybe 70 cents. 12.45. Yep. Take that any day of the week, I guess, because who knows where this is going to go. I feel like this is going to be sketch. This is so sketch. The volatility is going to get us. There's no way we get away with this. You could give it a little bit more room if you want to, just to get it below the body of this candle. So you could put it down to like 11.80, but I feel like that's really stretching that stop loss out. It feels crazy, yeah. Just so much volatility here. This is the kind of play that like rarely works out because the volatility is just it's so much that it can cause a stop out in seconds. But we'll see. Maybe we get lucky today. Maybe it goes straight up. It is. It is. Can also get you in trouble though, because like you might FOMO into something like this and say, well, I just give it a little bit more of a stop. Like normally you probably put your stop like here at 11.30, but if you're getting at 12.50 to 11.30, that's a huge stop. And you could probably still hit that very easily. So this is the scary part. Well, you hit 13 a couple times. You could take profits at 13 if you want to. Like it is only 50 cents, but yeah, see, just like that. And you basically, no matter where, if you gave it the extra 20 cents, 30 cents would not have mattered. Yeah, staff went all the way up to 490. We took some profits at 490, or around 490 anyway. NVIV definitely stopping us out. Just too much volatility. And you know what? I'm not entirely convinced that it's gonna go up much higher from here. I think we could probably hit that high again, but it was very strange for it to unhalt up after halting down. So I thought we would take the chance on it. But you know what? It was worth the chance. I'll take that any day of the week. NVIV is looking okay, I guess. SOPA's back up. We've got GRNA not doing anything. QTEB's down. Staff is up pretty good, hitting that 480 area. APDN's dropping. BRSH on its way back down so far. You still think it's going to go, or do I still think it's going to go? I mean, it hasn't broken a new low, so that's the part of me that says this could definitely take off again. It's obviously hitting a clearly defined number and not dropping through it yet. I would be more comfortable seeing it drop and taking it back on VWAP and maybe bringing it back up from like $10 to $13 or something. I think that would probably be the best play in my mind, but you never really know what's going to happen with something like this. BRSH looks like it is going to probably bounce off that zero line on MACD. SOPA sitting up pretty high on that band. NNVC still not really doing anything. And we have NVIV. Volatility is down. Volume is still decent. Not quite sure I'm ready to jump in on it yet. Yeah, staff is moving nicely again. I was watching that in the corner of my eye. Almost hit that 490 area again. I'm saving the last little bit for above $5. I kind of want to hit like 520. You know what? We made a lot of money on NVIV. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. NVIV. Maybe if we could get in at 1180. I kind of want the stop at 1130. 1180. We're gonna go for 1350 and then 1130 stop. That's 50 cents. Let's do it. Let's do that. I'm okay with that. We'll have to assess while it's dropping. See that number though. Obviously. Staff down a little bit here at 450 again. What's ES doing today? Is it's going down? It did have a decent run. It's back at the lows here, it looks like. So we'll see. Maybe it bounces from here and starts heading higher. We've got NVIV back up a little bit. I'll check out Expo Jesse's alerts again because I want to see what he's thinking. Shorted it a couple minutes ago. He's back at break even. I was gonna say that doesn't really strike me as a short on this yet. I see what he was saying. There was a little bit of a dip past the low, so that would probably incite a short, but we'll see. What about staff? BRSH breakdown? Yeah, it looks like a pretty bad breakdown. And NVIC all the way down to 1150 there. So this is where we want to get in on NVIV. I think I said NVIC. But yeah, 1150, not bad. What happened here? 1150. There we go. Yeah, all the way down to 1152 there. Looks like it's probably going to go back up. I think we're at 1150. We could probably just move that stop down to like 1110. Right at 11 is that support area, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to go 1110 on it. We're up a whole dollar. I'm going to take some profits here. Taking some profits on NVIV, 1250-ish, 1280-ish, whatever floats our boat. Let's get some profits here. That's up over a whole dollar already. Just like that, just like that. That's how volatile this is. It's so much money. Also, if you haven't seen Schitt's Creek, it is probably one of the funniest shows I've seen in a long time. Wow, just like that, and then straight into stop. All right, I'm buying back in because we made some money, so let's do it again. NVIV 1150-ish, 1250, and then we're gonna go 1110 stop again. I probably could have gotten lower now that I'm looking at it, yeah, because it definitely hit our stop. So there was a good 40 cents there difference from where I got in and where I could have got in. But at the same time, we're back up to 1220 already, so really hard to complain about that. Anything above 1250 is going to be good for profits. 1258, going to take some more here. NVIV, taking some profits. 1260-ish. It's not like huge gains. It's only $1, which, you know, at this price point, It's not a lot, but it's still a decent amount that we should be considering taking profits at. Still like 8%. We'll just have to make sure, or try to make sure, that we don't end up getting stopped out again, because that kind of hurts the profits a little bit. Oh, we'll have to see where this goes. And NVC finally shooting back up here a little bit, and rejected. All right, well, that was fun to watch. It's a little elitist. I think I'm entitled to be elitist. It's probably more than some people make, I guess. So yeah, 8% is pretty good, especially since we usually aim for like 3 to 5%. But with such volatility, 8% is kind of a given on this. They add up. They add up. All those 8%, even all the 3% even add up. So far, we're actually at 9% on this last NVIV play. The one before that was 10%, then we took a 2% loss. You know what? Our risk management's been pretty good today, I gotta say. We're taking a few stop outs, but it's been worth it. Hey, there you go. Damn, over the course of like the last 2 or 3 days, you've paid for basically the yearly membership here. You're not even done your free trial yet. Staff play, you think it's playable again down here? It is on VWAP. This could be a potential entry. We are negative on that MACD already, which is kind of a good sign because then we're not falling through it as we hit that VWAP. Hey, there you go. Good to hear. Good to hear. Looks like lots of people are making money today. And that's all it takes, right? That's all it takes. It's just one good play. And it can really bring you back. Was a perfect trade on NVIV. Hey, yeah, look at that. Way to go. That's what I like to see. I think NVIV is consolidating before another run here, so I'm happy to hold on to these amounts here for a little bit longer, I think. Unfortunately, we are out of time for the day, actually. I didn't even realize that we're a minute over already. So I'm going to hold on to NVIV here a little bit longer. I'll let you guys know if and when I sell. I mean, when I sell. I'll definitely sell at some point. Never close down if you get the lifetime membership. I don't think we intend on closing down. I think this is we're building this into like a decent sized company. So I think we're probably going to keep it going as long as it's legal. As far as the trades go today, we're currently up 146% for the day. Biggest play was definitely that NVIV Halt play for 64%. Besides that, though, we also took another like 20% from NVIV. NNVC also paid off a few times. And then staff, of course, for 17% so far. We still have a runner in staff, we still have a runner in NVIV, and we still have a runner in NNVC. They're not really going anywhere yet, so we'll have to see what happens with those, but likely close out near break even. I think the lowest I'll take is break even on them, so we'll go ahead and see what happens with that. As far as the money board is concerned, we made another $2,000 today, bringing us up to almost $5,000. This is the end of my week, so hitting 5K is not, or hitting 4K, almost 5K, not bad for the first week. We're up 755% for the month, which is pretty good, with a 72% win rate average, which is not terrible. I think it could be a little bit better. I think we could have taken a little less risk, but all around, we're making some money, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Besides that, guys, hopefully you guys have made some money today. It looks like a couple of you did, and I will see the rest of you on Tuesday, but I will see the master students here at 12 p.m. PST or 3 p.m. EST, whatever time zone you're in. So thank you. I will enjoy my long weekend, and you guys enjoy your weekend too. Take care, guys.